I used to be a Red Bull representative for UK.
We ended up meeting up for the first time when I went over there and got some cases of Red Bull from her, and she was quite easy on the eyes.
I just remember thinking he is so cute, and I pretty much had a crush on him after that. We didn't hang out immediately after that, but that was the first time that we met.
Then we ended up going over to a mutual friend's house and had some drinks and had a little study session, and from that day on it was pretty much, I knew it was meant to be. It was pretty much just from there on, it was me and her.
Got an angel, she doesn't wear any wings. She wears a heart that can melt my own. She wears a smile that can make me wanna sing.
But there was one Christmas we weren't together, and I remember I had this dream, and there wasn't necessarily specifics about the dream. I just know she wasn't in it, and I woke up and I had like the sickest feeling in my stomach, and seeing life, my future life without her in it, and I was like, I don't want that to, ever happen. So I knew from then on that she was, I was going to ask her to marry me, and then it was just playing from then on.
Going to New York City was on both of our bucket lists, and we flew there, stayed with some friends of ours the first night. Well, the next day in the morning, he woke me up and said that he had the whole day planned for us, which is kind of typical for him.
We went to what's called the Low Boat House. It was a nice little breakfast place right around the lake.
We had brunch there, and then he said that we were just going to go kind of explore through Central Park. And as we were walking down this hill, I noticed that there was this building structure, and it overlooked a pond, and the sign on the fence said the Turtle Pond, which was really awesome for me because my sorority, Delta Zeta, our mascot is the turtle.
We were up there and we could look over Central Park and we could see the city, and she's like, all right, you ready to go? And I was still working up the nerve to get down on one knee, so I remember shaking and really nervous, but just super excited. There was no doubt in my mind at all.
And we were just standing there, and all of a sudden he tapped my shoulder, and I turned to my right and I found him on bended knee, and he had a ring in a box, and I've never seen him look so nervous and so happy. He just looked like almost like a kid. He just looked so excited, and he asked, will you marry me? And of course waterworks happened. I said yes, and then after that
we went on a helicopter ride which took us around New York City, and then over Central Park and over the castle where I asked her, and then we flew over the World Trade Center Memorial, and she's like, oh, I really want to go there.
Whenever we landed back down from the tour, we ended up walking to what I thought was going to be the 9/11 memorial. All of a sudden, he turns to his right and opens up these big double doors and walks into the Marriott. And I remember thinking, okay, like, we're getting a break now. Like, this is him letting me sit. And he's walking really fast in front of me, and he just like turns around, dead in his tracks, stops and just looks at me. And I just gave him this look, and I said, what? And he looked to his right, and I followed his gaze, and then I found my mom and my sister standing in a hallway right by the elevators, and he had surprised me again by arranging for them to be there for such a special day.
And we just explored New York City for the next 3 or 4 days with her and her mom and her sister, and then it was just us for the last couple of days, so it was just the best trip ever.
Now that I've met the man who I'm going to marry and spend the rest of forever with, I can imagine thinking and flashing forward to our life together, building a family, building our first home and having kids and growing old together. I mean, that's what I imagine, but then again, with everything happening, it might just be pure happiness, and then I might think of all those thoughts later, but I can't wait. I'll probably be wanting to just run down the aisle at that point. And this has been a moment that I've been waiting for a long time.
I'm just excited to, say I do, and just, I know she's gonna look beautiful, and I'm just excited that everything's leading up to that moment where we say I do and our lives come together.
But you're so busy changing the world. Just one smile and you could change all of mine. Wish share the same soul.
The first thing that comes to mind when I want to say something to him before our big day is just how thankful I am to have him. I also know that I've never been so sure of something in my life, and I do know that this is God's plan for us. Our love would be non-existent without him, and he gave us this love and this life to live together, and I'm just really thankful.
Well, Lindsey, I'm so excited to start our life together, and I just want you to know that regardless of what we go through, I know we're going to keep God in between us, and we're going to be traveling this life together, and I just want you to know that I'm going to do the best of my ability to make sure that you get to heaven, and I just can't wait to spend the rest of our life together.
Share the same soul. Oh, oh, oh.